Personally, I think that the meaning of marriage has changed. I think that marriage was one thing of we had to do it because we were dependent on a man to take care of us. And then it was an expectancy thing. I graduated school, I got to get married. And now it's like, okay, I've graduated school and I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy what I've worked so hard to do. And it's not a problem dating and getting to know people and building friendships and networks. I thought that that's what we're supposed to do. And I don't think it's necessarily a problem to be 28, 31, 32 and be single.
But I think where the epidemic is that you have a great amount of single mothers out here raising children, and there's no men in the family helping to raise these children. And so we have an episode, Chris Brown and Rihanna. There's nobody in there, speaking on the Chris Brown side, there was nobody in there teaching this young boy how to be a man. And so that he is not in the situation that he is in right now. He had his mother in there and she was in an abusive situation. So I think that that's the epidemic. You are in the ideal situation. You got out of school, you're having fun, you're getting friendships, but there's a lot of people out here we have children. And we're like, what is the problem here? Because our children they're growing up and they don't have the benefit of a man or, a whole family coming in there.
But I think that's the core of the problem, not we can't. Because when you say can't, I think you place the blame game. Because when you tell me I can't do something, I got to defend myself. That's with anyone. If you tell someone you can't. Absolutely. When you haven't, because of other things in your life, I think that's different. So I think that what you're saying is the core, but I don't think that's necessarily what this is on the screen.
The issue is when you become my age, you may still be single and not have children because of what's going on. And that is the issue, that it's almost like we're saying, Sherri has a young child, and I don't have any children, but it's, we're trying to say to the young sisters out there, there is a problem. There's something that needs solving.
Even if we're playing a game of musical chairs, we can talk about it all day long, but when everybody is ready to sit down and the music stops, if there are missing chairs, then I think that that's the big issue. So I think Vicki was talking about in the beginning that if you have 2 black women in college for every 1 black male, I think that we have to get beyond just the conversation as far as you and I dating. I think that we have to start at the root of why are we not having as many black men graduating from high school? Why are, that conversation.
It is a numbers game at this point because when you have another statistic that there are more college-age African-American men in prison than in college, that's a huge problem. That has to be addressed.
And I think, I think Steve hit on a very good point. It goes back, the root of the problem really is, why, or this young lady who stood up, Lindsay, why aren't there enough successful black men out there to choose from? We're educated, we've reached a certain amount of success, and like Sherri said off the bat, she has these standards. Why do we have to compromise and lower our standards? You want what you want, and then I think when you end up settling, a lot of times you end up in a relationship where you're not really equally yoked, you're not on the same level, and then there's an incompatibility, and so it doesn't work. And I don't think there's anything wrong with us having standards to say, hey, I'm up here, I want somebody who's up here too. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I think that we have a role problem. Like, we're all outside of our roles. And so if you think about why, like 50 years ago, 80, whatever the numbers are, 80% of black children were being raised in 2-parent families, because we had defined roles. You cannot be a great wife, a great mother, and have a powerful career all at the same time. You cannot. It is not possible. And I do not believe that anybody that thinks that, I can balance all of that together is being realistic about what it takes to do even 2 or 1 of those things well and correctly.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think we've been fed this thing of we can have it all. And we've seen that something has got to give because we can't have it all.
You can't have it all. And maybe you can't have it all at the same time. So like right now, I'm a mother. I think I'm doing a great job at that, and I have a great career, and I'm happy for that. But I can't wait till my daughter goes to college so I can have a great relationship. Because currently, I can't give a man everything that he needs. Because I'm honest, when I meet a guy, I tell him that. Listen, Monday through Thursday, I can't do anything. Absolutely. Like, I'm homework. I really would prefer you not call me. Because I like,
and what I asked, in that schedule, when can you make time to make a Superman?
I need you to be good with yourself. I need you to meet me on Friday nights, alternate Saturdays, and sometimes Sunday afternoons.
And this is the real.
If we don't have a project,
this
this is the real. If I don't have a project that I have to help her do. And so if you can work with me for the next 6 years on that, then I'm going to be like, taking care of you.
Sorry, I got caught up. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And I think that we just have unrealistic expectations of what we can do in 24 hours. And so when I come home from a tough job and I got a kid, I can't also service you the way, as a man, your needs want to be serviced. I might be able to service you the way I think you should be serviced, but that's not going to meet up with the way you think it should be. So, so all I'm saying here is that I think that the 3 model rule of being a mother, being a great wife and being a career person is just not possible all at the same time. And if we could accept in each other that we're going to do 2 of those things really well, whichever choice you're going to make of the 2, then I think it would be much easier.
Love will never ever go out of style.
Amen.
Love is for real. It's out there, it's available. It's going to take a lot of conversations, but you can get it right. I don't care how many times you stumbled and fallen and messed up and what you've done, you can get it right. You just have to have yourself in the ready, set position when it comes your way. If you can, like Sherri says, release some of the baggage, let go, and just sit still. God has created this person for you. He is not a God that would not allow you two to meet. It's just when he sends him your way, you just got to be available. You can't be doing something in the meantime to hold you over and expect your real need to be fulfilled while you're out there just doing something you want to do. There is no room for the blessing that way. And if you keep that in your concept, I know for a fact it happens. It doesn't just happen for men. You heard this guy's story. He's been married a couple times. I've been married. This is the 3rd marriage. I'm telling you, there are thousands of marriages every day. It just ain't you.
I gotta thank our guests, Hill Harper, Jimi Izrael, Sherri Shepherd, Jacque Reid, Steve Harvey, who has a way with words. Thank all of you for coming. Thank you so much.